right, everybody. Well, here we are. This is
Hello.
the Coach Cruz show, everybody. Minus Coach Cruz, and
Minus Coach Cruz.
he's actually on a cruise right now, spinning in the ocean. I see that he's doing loop-de-loops around which island is that? You think?
No, I think this is how he feels about the loyalty program. He's just like spinning like everybody else.
We call it the spinning wheel of death. So
that is the spinning wheel of death.
Yeah.
Coach, you're being silenced.
Oh, there
he is. Oh,
there
he is from Bar.
Hello. Oh, I like your background. Where are you?
Coach, you got an earpiece in? Can you hear us? Wave high if you can hear us.
It's wishy-washy.
Do you need to find a better?
This a little bit.
Have you scoped out the best signal on the ship?
No,
You can only hear a little bit.
Let's see.
I think, Coach, I think you need more rewards because they're not giving you the better internet.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, and there they dropped.
I think you hit the wrong button. Well, and it's funny that you say that, scoping out the best thing. For Liz's 50th, we walked around the ship. We figured out the Red Frog Pub was going to be the best place, and then the internet pooped out,
That's what happened. Yeah, we showed up, and then everything died.
Best laid plans.
Well, let me go into the comments here because I think.
Now,
right.
let's say hi to everybody. I'll start if you don't mind. First was Sean Abel, who got the gold. That was at 10 a.m. 10.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
10 a.m. You really must be pissed off.
And then we had Jesse Garrison. Once again, it's all about the money. A newbie can buy faster to the fun and get benefits. Loyalty cruisers have to spend money just to keep what they've earned over the years. Spend more money. Yep. And then we had Rick Wade. I'll be there, Coach.
1048.
And Craig Cooper. Hey, so how does the loyalty program work if my wife books our cruise on the Carnival MasterCard for both our cruise fares? Is she the only person that gets the reward? So I had that question too.
And I
was thinking the same thing.
Because there were mixed reviews. John said on his post all day today, we didn't roll it out right. We're looking at it. We hear you. And we're going to fix it. And then somebody else's post.
Sort of.
Yeah. Somebody else's post said that they're going to split it between everybody in the cabin. So
I don't know. We don't know. They're gonna come out with a new FAQ. They did say that, but I also think
a new one. Did I miss the first one?
Oh, there is a first one.
The website changes every 5 minutes. Let's show me something today about that where it's going to be split between the rooms, and that was not up there earlier this morning or late yesterday. So
yeah, so I think they are going to make some tweaks or maybe roll it back altogether. But the reality is, a lot of people aren't happy. But anyway, let's just say hi to everybody and then we can talk about it.
Yep.
Mandy Smith in the house.
Hello, Mandy.
We had Ken Lasco.
What's up, Kenny?
Roderick Hawkins. Let's get busy.
Let's do it.
Justin Lathrop. All right. And then Tim G, of course, Admin Tim. Yep. And then we have Scott, Controversial Cruising, who goes live next at 9 p.m. Eastern, Thursday. Don't forget. Coach Cruz on the Facebook side.
Jumped in, said, hey, everyone. And I think his signal pooped out. So we are subbing for Coach here.
Hopefully he'll be back. And then let's see.
Hey, we had for the coach. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. Dan Dunn, welcome in. We have Barry from Cruising Complete.
He got ejected. You're right. Carnival Wi-Fi said no.
Not arrested yet.
Right.
Dustin Anderson, what's up?
What's up, Dustin?
JJ's Adventures Jam in the house. Roderick. And then Pamela.
Hello. Hard to read. We're old. I gotta get closer to the screen. I apologize.
Yes, sorry. And then Wholesome Webster, Zach from Culture here.
Oh. We got Webster.
He's wholesome. And then we got Ken Pasco in the house.
Ken.
And Coach, I'm here. You just can't see me.
We got you, bro. We got you. He's going to walk around the ship and try to find a spot where he can join because the Wi-Fi on the ships, it doesn't matter what ship you're on, it's spotty at best.
It's like the loyalty program.
Yeah.
It's poopy.
It's not a loyalty
Okay,
program.
rewards
It's a
program.
rewards program.
Uncle David,
What's up, Uncle Dave? Can you get Coach out of the basement, Uncle Dave? Increase your Wi-Fi signal down there.
Marjorie in the house.
Hello, Miss Marjorie.
And then we got Shermanator in the house from Seeing Us Travel.
Wait. Coach said I'll just have to post in the comments.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work. Mona.
Wait, that's from the Facebook side and the YouTube side.
Yeah,
All right.
we got Mona in the house. We got Sea Bear Scratchers. And let's see, we got Outbound Experiences.
Well, hello.
Oh, wow, Coach Cruz. You're on a Carnival ship right now. He went to the bar.
Yeah. He's at the on the Venezia, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, he's on a Venezia out of New York before it repositions to Florida.
Yep. So he's going to stay up here.
Oh, wait.
Can you see me?
We got him back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
we hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's working for right now. I got one little Wi-Fi signal, so I better talk fast, I guess. No, John coming on today, 24 hours after they announced this goes to show you what a royal screw up this is. And the thing about it is I don't understand how you could take this much time and be that wrong. Like, you're not going to be able to please everybody, but to be people are violently upset. Like you couldn't have got it more wrong for so many people, especially the loyal cruisers. The fact that they just turned their back on the people that built their company and basically said, yeah, you know what, if you don't spend enough money with us over a certain time period, you get bumped down the totem pole all the way back to square one.
Yep.
That's horrible. Horrible.
So what's interesting is, Michelle, I mentioned something to you about a week ago. Do you remember what it was that I said? One of the main reasons that I really liked Carnival from the get-go 30 years ago when I went on the first cruise was because it was affordable. It was the they brought cruising to the people and made it affordable. It wasn't just for the rich anymore. It seems like now.
Yeah, they're trying to pull in the people with money, which, their cruise line, it was built on the people that, wanted to have an affordable vacation, have fun.
They were the innovator of cruising for the, people who can afford it.
I mean, let's be real. They haven't been innovators in a very long time, right?
2012 was the last time they said, hey, let's revamp that. And we ended up platinum for like 14 years. See,
the thing about it is like they're already taking stuff away from Diamond and Platinum. Okay, so it's not like they added stuff to Diamond and Platinum. And then, why is it so difficult for people to maintain their status? Why shouldn't they be able to keep Diamond status when all you're doing is giving them a few bags of laundry, basically, and allowing them to check in a little earlier? That's all you're doing. Are you kidding me? And you're telling me you're going to get bumped down the totem pole for that?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It absolutely is. And I agree with you 100%, Coach. And they aptly name it a rewards program, not a loyalty program. But they took the loyalty aspect of it and said, see ya, we don't want you to be there. So while looking at the calculator, it's not that hard to earn points and maintain a status, but we've been cruising on Carnival since 1999. We are Diamond, and it doesn't really matter. The Diamond, the rewards, they're not that great. They've never been. We cruise like I would imagine 95% of other people do. We cruise to cruise. I don't go to Holiday Inn Express to get their free breakfast versus, Motel 6. I just don't. You know what I mean? I go to the place that I enjoy and things that I like. So I think that's maybe their rationale is, hey, people like us. They're going to come back anyway. Screw them. We're not going to give them shit. And that's a bad thought process.
Yeah, but I personally, 60 cruises, 332 sea days, and it means nothing. Like, that's the part that bothers me the most. I was really hoping there would be another level to strive for, recognition.
All right.
They took stuff away. It sucks.
Liz, I told you, every time there's a change, they take something away. I didn't think they were going to take the whole thing away.
They took it all away. They literally took it all away on the loyalty aspect. When it comes to a reward program, it is effing amazing. It is spectacular. You gamble, you get points. You use your credit card, you get points. You cruise, you get points. You buy a drink, you get points. The reward aspect of what they rolled out, top notch, spot on. The loyalty.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing too. The thing that's so frustrating and upsetting about this is the beards, as John called them, all sat around a big table and they talked about this over and over and over for over a year. And they decided that this was what they were going to do. All the brilliant minds of Carnival, which obviously is about as sharp as a cue ball, came up with this idea that, you know what, we're just going to crap on all our loyal cruisers that have cruised with us for 25, 30 years. And if they can't go on 6 cruises and spend $30,000 every 2 years or whatever the hell the numbers are, then too bad for them. They just get thrown back to the bottom, you know, and that's the infuriating part for me. And like you said, you know, Liz and Chris, I know you guys gamble a lot. So yeah, it's going to be no problem for you guys to maintain diamond status because you're going to get a lot of points. And the number of cruises and money that I spend plus I'll probably be the same. I'm not mad about it for that reason. I'm mad about it for, you know, our community of people that goes on maybe a couple cruises that have worked up to get to that diamond platinum status. And then they're just getting left behind and you know, dumped down to the bottom. That's bullshit.
I will just say this, that 2 years ago, Greg and I found that they were actually hiring somebody to revamp this.
Yes, I told Michelle to get the job.
Greg wanted me to actually apply for the job.
It was for the VIP
revamp. Yes. Mm-hmm. So, but the thing was that they were hiring somebody that had experience building rewards programs for major corporations. So it wasn't just the beards. So they had hired somebody from an outside company that had experience, that looked at this program. Obviously, if it's been 2 years, they put a lot of that into it. But this is where they failed. They got somebody outside of the cruise community to come in and change their program. Mm-hmm. So that's the disconnect. So they might have given this to the beards to approve, right? And they're looking at this, well, this guy's the expert, right? And he's had all this, or she has all this experience.
But not in the cruise industry.
Doing this, right? But they might not have been in the cruise industry. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. But anyway, so it wasn't just the beards. But so I will say that, you know, that might be part of it. The other thing too is that, here's the other thing, is that it doesn't have to be either or. They could run both programs.
That's what I was thinking. Why can't we just keep the loyalty where it's at and
you know, a line? Okay, you know, maybe they're spending too much money on some of the perks that they give the status, but leave the status. Keep our status, but maybe instead of a drink or you know, maybe one less bag of laundry, maybe, you know, no strawberry cherry,
whatever they're giving us now, whatever they could give us in a reward, or whatever.
And Michelle, to your point.
Let us stay diamond.
Let Chris talk.
Yeah,
so there you go.
To your point, the company I worked for went bankrupt because they went through all these focus groups. They spent hundreds of millions of dollars trying to rebrand our company, and in 3.5 years, they went out of business because they went to these companies, and whatever these companies are that are out there, F you suck. They're horrible. They're shit. They're garbage. And it bankrupted a $1 billion company that I worked for in less than 3.5 years. So they go to all this crap and it's garbage. And we failed at that. And all companies should learn from that you need to go to the people that you work with and or the customers. And that's where you do your focus groups. And that's where you learn. And I think Carnival did the same thing, like you were saying, Michelle. They went to this company. Oh, we're very good at focus groups, and we're going to tell you what's going to go on. Blah 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 blah, and it sucks. Carnival should have done this crap in-house. They should have got with Coach, you, us, and everybody else in the cruise community and say, hey, we're going to revamp this shit. What do you think? And then,
like I said to Michelle, she's, John Heald's always posting surveys every single day. I've never seen one survey about the VIFB.
That's what Chris has said is true. Like we could have saved, and a lot of the people in the comments are dead on too with their comments. But that's the people they needed to talk to. They could figure it. Anybody can work out numbers for you and say, well, that's a good idea, but the numbers won't work. We all could have got together and made something that made everybody happy, or at least, not irate and ticked off.
Yeah.
Like Chris said, I mean, I think you can still have a rewards program and do all that other stuff, but to just, like I say, throw your most loyal people, the people that built the company, the people that built your company, you just discarded them like they were nothing.
The people that saved your company, not just built your company, that saved your company after COVID and came back. They didn't listen to us.
Well, and here's the thing, like the difference between platinum and diamond is so minimal. Like, so why would I work so hard to get 100,000 stars versus 50,000 for one more bag of laundry,
for an extra bag of laundry,
and maybe a captain event? Woo-hoo. Like, honestly, that's nothing. Like, they should have differentiated it, added a level.
It definitely should have been another level. Leave blue cards.
I don't know. I really want to taste those sausage balls. I never had one of those.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good. But I mean, they should have left blue, because that signifies this is the first time you're on that cruise, and that invites conversation. Every time I see a blue card, I'm like, oh my gosh, your first one. Are you having fun? Is this enjoyable? Stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, they did it wrong. I love Carnival. It's the name of our freaking channel, but they did this wrong.
So here we are. We're already broke the bridge, and it is what it is at this point. So, hopefully they tweak it, they make it better. There's no going backwards at this point. I mean, they could tweak it and make it better.
They're going to tweak it. John,
Did you guys hear Bud Light? Anybody?
Yeah.
Bud Light. Most of the comments I got on a lot of comments we got on our video was like,
this
is Bud Light all over again.
Yep.
So I think they're gonna backpedal, rephrase, and reframe and
John said it today and multiple times that we launched it a year early for this reason. And I hope they actually listen. Don't say, oh, we did a year early and go screw yourself. Coach, what do you got?
Well, I was going to say, I don't want to be the positive guy again, because I was positive when this loyalty thing came out, and look what that got me. I looked like a damn fool, saying Carnival was going to do this right and
we all did.
Make everything great. But here's one thing that I will say about Carnival, and I think you all agree with me on this. When Carnival screws up, if you're on board and you have a bad experience or whatever, they seem to go over the top in trying to fix it. Now, let's hope they treat their loyal customers after they realize, oh my God, we screwed this up so bad, let us fix it. Usually they do a great job of fixing it, at least when you're on a cruise ship. I don't know if that applies to the loyalty program, but if you want to give Carnival the benefit of the doubt, that is one thing that they do good. Whenever there's a problem, at least on a ship, if they screw up and they realize, hey, yeah, that was our bad, let us fix it, they usually get you as much as you should have gotten, plus, throw a cherry on top. So hopefully that's the case in this situation.
I agree, 100% agree. And I mean, some of the points out there was like this loyalty, their loyalty program was never that good. I wouldn't go to this particular cruise line for a free bottle of water or priority embarkation or debarkation and stuff like that. It wasn't that good. But
I'm actually doing the live. So it's all right. I'll talk to you later, though. All right.
It was nice to have those things. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know.
I will say these slap koozies on our wall are looking pretty good right now, right?
So are these VIFP hats. I bet.
And that's another thing. Everybody, not everybody, 89% of people bitched and moaned about the air quotes gifts, you know, and it sucks. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And now they've taken them away. Oh my God, you're taking away our gift? Shut up. You complained about it all the goddamn time anyway, so screw you. You know, people just suck in general.
So here's the thing about the platinum. We love platinum, and we use everything except for the water and the drink. Everything else we use. We use the VIFP platinum and diamond line at customer service. You know, we use the early priority embarkation. We use the launch. We get the pin.
We get our gift.
Yeah, I mean, we use it. We use it all. We go down the line. We collect it all.
Take advantage of every opportunity, everything that they give.
I could never imagine standing on customer service line not being.
That'll suck.
Yeah, priority.
Well, that'll stay. That'll stay.
Yeah, for you.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
That'll stay. Yeah. We don't gamble. We're not gamblers. That's the thing.
There's no way we won't hit any status.
So now here's a good question.
But, I mean, what Coach has posted, to Dwayne's point, it's a good thing they left the word loyalty out of the new program. They have shown this with the new program that loyalty is very one-sided. And us being the Carnival Cruise addicts, we are ridiculously disappointed in that because so many people have cruise Carnival, ourselves included, since 1999, and they're bringing it to a different level of hotels and planes, and it's not what they should be doing. Honestly, they
anniversary year, 30 years on Carnival.
They should be doing a rewards program. As I said, that is amazing, but not a separate program. Include the people that gave a shit about you for the last 20 years, 30 years. Yeah. Include them. And they're not. They're saying you have 2 years to step up or step the hell out. We're Diamond. You got 6 years to step up, step the hell out. You have or something, you can't cruise for a couple of years. It's game over. What you got, Coach?
I was just going to say, I want to welcome everybody that's new to the program. We got Carnival Cruise Addicts, Cruise Life TV, myself, Coach Cruise, of course. We got over 200 of you watching. That's amazing. Thank you for joining in. Please hit that like button, and maybe we can get it out to 300 people. But it's obviously a very hot topic, polarizing topic, and it's just I mean, I think everybody's just baffled that Carnival could screw this up so bad. Like it's like you waited this long to roll out this crap, and then try to act like it's good or something when you just
what it is?
Higher base. What's that?
You know what it is? It's straight trash. And Tanya, if you're in here, you know what I mean. It is straight trash.
It is. I mean, to your point, Coach, that they waited so long to roll this out, and they're saying, "Oh, we rolled it out, so we have a year to tweak shit." You should have done that before this. I love Carnival. I love them. This rollout is ridiculous, and I hope they fix a lot of the things. And I think they're going to fix a couple of them. You're never, ever going to make everybody happy. But it's just shit planning, shit rollout, and wait for this before rolling it out and saying, "Whoa, let's roll this out and see how many people we piss off." No, that's bad planning. Bad planning.
And the thing that gets me is that John Heald, he kept on saying, "Oh my God, you're going to be so happy. You're going to be so happy. I can't keep it inside. You're just going to love the new program." Well,
yeah. I mean, what's really interesting is that I'll have to give it up to Lee Mason, because he was the only one that came at this with some excitement and a smile. And I will say, he is a showman. I mean,
well, I think that's because when you watch the video, he walked by 2 penises. Yeah, watch the video. I gotta post
that.
I will have to
read not to spit my water on the computer, Greg.
I have never seen Christine Duffy without a smile on her face until that
she looked
video.
like she was in tears.
They know they effed up.
No, so I mean, look, the rewards program is awesome.
It's great.
All this money that you spend on board, you spend in the casino, and you could buy a shore excursion, you could buy your Wi-Fi, you could buy a massage, whatever. I think that's awesome. Like, I love it.
They've never done that ever.
Yeah,
and no other cruise line does that. So kudos on them for getting that right, and they did.
But the loyalty side,
I'm pissed.
No good.
Well, and again, I'm just going back to the, we talked about this. We talked about how they could make this right. Like, the platinum, they may not be able to give priority boarding, but replace that with something that's good. Okay. And then you solve that problem. Yeah. Anything, something. And then, as far as the diamond goes or whatever, you're kicking your most loyal. I don't care. Everything you said about the rewards and everything, that's great. You can get some stuff for actual money you spend, great. But that's the good part of it. But the part that's so horribly bad is that people that have been with you 25, 30 years, like Tim made a good point. Like, he's up to platinum or something now. And he just said, look, I'm not at the position right now that I can afford to do more than a couple cruises a year. So there's no way that he can maintain the status that he's at. Yet he's one of the most loyal cruisers to Carnival. And there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people that fit that same description. And you're just going to kick them down. And what are you giving them anyway? You're not even giving them anything. It's just they're keeping their status. The diamond people can board, check in 17 days early instead of 15 or 14 days. Ooh, you get a couple free bags of laundry. Ooh, and you're saying you can't even give them that? Like, how can you screw that up? How can you sit around the board and say, this is what we're going to go with?
But it's the same as
folks, this July is going to be my 30-year anniversary with Carnival. This July. And look what they dropped on me.
There's one thing, to Liz's point, that's different. And it's,
well, you might get one more bag of laundry or something, but it's the diamond with the event with the captain. Everything else is pretty much the same, except for like main dining room guaranteed times. We do anytime dining; it means nothing to us. So like, if I'm not gonna rush to hit like 100,000 stars. 50,000 is probably fine, but like, it makes me feel like crap that I've been demoted. Like,
and everybody else. I mean, the reds, the golds, the platinums, you've been demoted. And that's what pisses me off about this the most. You're making people do something. I mean, granted, the rewards are good. The points are easy to obtain. But if you do a cruise once every 2 years, you ain't getting shit. But that said, I'm going back to the other side of the coin. The rewards for being platinum and diamond sucked in the first damn place. They were never good. You get a pin. I mean, granted, I enjoy the pin. I enjoy the stupid gifts we get, the fanny pack, the hat, this, that, and the other. But 90% of people bitched about them anyway. So fine, get rid of them, but reward your loyal base. And they're not doing that. And that really pisses me off.
Tell me how you really feel.
Fuck them. Right. Coaches in international waters, we can swear.
Okay.
Hey, you bring us on here. You know
what's coming, Coach.
I'm at the Frizzante bar, and I need to, like, I'm so close to the bar, but I can't order a drink.
That's awful.
Just go over to the bar and say, hey, yell at them, say, hey, I'm going live. Talking shit about the.
Listen, Coach, just get up and walk away. Leave your phone.
Yeah.
And everybody, we're not ignoring your comments. There's so many people in there. It's hard to bring them up. Coaches on a cruise, so it's Wi-Fi sketchy. So please don't think we're ignoring your comments. All of us are normally really good at the comment field, but it's tough right now. So
I'll tell you why it's tough is because there's 255 people and the comments are coming through every 2 seconds. A new comment. So,
wow.
It's kind of hard to put the comments up, but we're getting a few up here. I'll try to.
Have somebody next to you. Give them your card. Say, go get me a drink.
Yeah,
I do that for you.
I'm tucked in a corner, so where it's kind of quiet, but around.
Just leave your things and then get up.
I was hoping James would come down here and then I
need a drink. Hey, Coach, this is where you need to plan ahead and order a bottle to your room. Get a bottle. I like rum, so I have to drink Bacardi Spiced on the cruise. Not my favorite rum, but guess what? It's in my room, so I'm sitting in the room having a drink.
James just said he's on his way, so that's good. So maybe I'll get a drink before the show's over.
James on his way. Okay.
Yeah.
James,
I did plan ahead. I skipped formal night, so I could. I skipped formal night dinner. That is in the main dining room, so I could.
Oh, you giving up the lobster tail, or is that the next formal?
Oh,
that's the next one. That's probably why I skipped it.
So there's a note here, or there's the thing here. John Hill was so concerned about the reactions toward the crew that there's a lot of us that know better than that. So. What do you see on board, Coach? Are people like?
Well, you mentioned something about the cruise director getting a lot of messages from their subscribers.
Yeah, so I mean, there's crew on here that they've kind of said like, that the people are even messaging them, saying how bad it is and things like that. But I would the people on board, it's just like normal. Nobody's actively they're talking about how bad it is and everything else like that, but there's nobody mad. Like you're on a cruise, what are you gonna be mad about, really? I mean, we deal with that some other time, but nobody's talking about it too much, not in too much of a negative way or being irate or mad or anything.
You don't see anybody treating the crew badly or anything like that.
Well, and that's the thing that I think all Carnival cruisers that enjoy going on Carnival understand, is we know that it has nothing to do with the crew. I don't think people are so dumb to treat the crew negatively, because they realize that that's way above their pay grade, and all they're doing is doing their job, and they do a great job, an amazing job. I don't think that will be an issue. Of course, there's a couple dummies out there that will always be dummies and might do something, but for the most part, people are going to be cool. And that's one of the best things about Carnival. One thing they've done amazingly well for so long is somehow they train their crew to be just the most magnificent people, and treat you, better than I deserve probably. But, they're just awesome. So, yeah.
Well, if you take the rewards and the VIFP out of the equation, I still believe Carnival is the best cruise line out there.
And I was about to say that. I mean, that's the reason we've come back to Carnival for the last 26 years, is because of the crew. It's seriously because of the crew. You go out to the smoking deck in the morning because the coffee shop's there, and everybody's out there smoking. You got that one guy walking around cleaning up everybody's cigarette butts, this, that, and the other, and the dude or the lady is super happy. You go to the bathroom, and the people cleaning the bathroom, you walk in, they say hi, they're very pleasant. You go to the steakhouse, they're pleasant. Anywhere you go, I don't know, like to Greg's point, I don't know what they do, but they're always so friendly. The last cruise we were on,
and it doesn't matter what part of the contract you're in.
And when I was in the bathroom and I'm watching this gentleman clean the bathroom, and I handed him the $5, I'm like, dude, thank you. And he was like, oh my God. He's like, is this for me or did you drop this? I'm like, no, it's for you. You do a great freaking job. And there's just, I don't know. The crew is what brought us back.
Yeah. So bring up Nitro Country comment again.
What's that?
Bring up Nitro Country's comment again about how the points are worth. So on carnivalrewards.com, there is a place where they list point values. So 2,000 points, up to 5,000 points, up to 10,000 points. And it lists examples of what you can buy with those points.
Yeah, so, go to carnivalrewards.com, and they have a couple different calculators on there. And then they have what their levels are. So between 0 and 2,000 points, there's like 6 or 8 options. And then it goes to 4,000, 6,000. So there's really cool shit on the rewards program. Our bitch is with the loyalty.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I wanted to touch on is something a couple people touched on in the comments. It's not, I'm a big person on principle, you know, it's not so much of all that they gave you, because we've all talked about it. It's not really all that much when you break it down anyway. It's the fact that as little as they gave in terms of loyalty and perks and everything, you Carnival just told you that you're not even worth that if you don't spend a certain amount of money. Okay, it wasn't even that you gave that much. And all the people that are saying they're leaving and stuff like that, do I think they're really leaving because they're going to miss their 5 bags of laundry? No, they're leaving because they're offended. They feel like they've been, you know, had cold water thrown in their face, and they're just not, you know, they just don't feel appreciated. That's what it is more than anything. I mean, like I said, if you let people stay diamond instead of your 6-year bullshit that you're talking about, and then they go back into the pool or whatever and have to earn a certain, what are you giving them? You're letting them board, you're letting them check in a couple days early, and you're giving them some laundry and some captain's toast or something like that. You took away the gifts, you took away a bunch of other stuff, you took away the platinum diamond part. So what are you giving them anyway? And you're saying you got to earn that again? You got to spend 100,000 points or some dumb crap like that? That's the part that is just so infuriating. It's like, oh, I can't even get to the good stuff about the points and, oh, I can earn a free massage and all that other stuff. I can't even get to that because I can't get past that point.
And I could agree with more
for a soda.
Greg Sines says it the best. No loyalty ahead. You can't get people to stay with you if you don't give them something. You know what I mean? So 100% agree with you. They're like, if you cruised with us before, enjoy MSC. Go screw yourself. You know, and it's really irritating because we love Carnival. We love the atmosphere on Carnival. We love the cruisers on Carnival. We love the crew on Carnival. But this loyalty program, which it's not, I understand that, is disappointing. It's beyond disappointing. Oh, Coach is called for.
Coach is
he called for a drink. I saw the finger up.
Yeah. No, James just walked up. So I'm gonna.
What's up, James? Put James on camera.
Yeah, come on around.
Come on, James.
What's
James.
up?
What's up, James?
Hey. I'm making a dream happen right now.
Nice.
Hard.
Hey, James.
What's up?
What's up?
Welcome to the world. There's 200 and probably 50 or 80 people watching right now.
8,000 people watching right
8
now.
8 million people watching. And
Love
you
it.
have to all buy us a drink.
I mean, here's the thing, though. Like, I legitimately thought, and we were
I feel
offline
like
with
I'm
Coach,
famous or something now.
that they would wow us.
Yeah. And
Right?
make another
Yes.
level.
Yes.
Good.
Make another level.
Good, thanks.
Give us some free.
We all thought that,
pictures.
Liz.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm so blown away.
Why did they stop at Diamond? Elevate a level and just go from there. They fucked it up. No other way to say it. They fucked it up.
You know,
They did.
I'm looking on carnivalrewards.com just now. That's what I'm doing here and I don't see where I can find what the points equal to what.
Oh, it's in there. It's
in there. Oh no, they have there's 4 or 5 different slides.
I'll show you later.
It might not show on the mobile, but it definitely shows on the website. You can see it.
Yeah.
And you can get some really cool shit. That's what I'm saying. They actually named it the rewards program, but they forgot about the loyalty. To Greg's sign, that's sitting right there, no loyalty ahead. And I'm hoping they fix it. If you go on, they have a calculator on there, which is actually really cool. Whoever thought of that? That's the one positive thing I have. You can plug in the amount of cruises you have. It bases it on a 7-day cruise. And then how many drinks you're going to buy. If you go to a casino, how many points you're going to get. And if you look at that, it's super easy to get the next level with one cruise a year. And they only had 5,000 casino points on the original calculator. I think that's a bit high. But if you go 2,000, you can still get it. But again,
one more thing that Diamond gets is a special like shopping concierge.
Concierge. That's what I want to do.
Which also leads me to believe they care
concierge. Liz, I'll be your concierge. You don't need a special concierge. Michelle will do it for you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That verbiage leads me to believe that they're trying to go for a different class of people. And that's
Carnival. We are that class of people. We are the blue collar people.
That needs a concierge to help me shop.
Chris, you need a concierge? I'll do that for you.
That's fine on Princess. That's fine on the other lines. But guess what? You see the color of my shirt? Effing blue. I am blue collar. I don't make a lot of money. Okay? So a concierge shopping thing? F you. I didn't even pronounce that right, did I?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like totally like insane. I mean, really, that's insane.
Well, let me ask you all a question here. So
those people are going to go Royal.
Here's let me give you a little quick story. Okay, so I was coaching a basketball game one time, and it was a close game, and a referee totally blew the call, and it might have cost us the game. Well, a couple minutes later, the game's still going on and it's in a break or whatever. And he kind of jogged over to my side, and, I'm still a little upset about the call, but he's like, Coach, you know what? I totally blew that one. I screwed that up. I'm sorry, and he didn't have to do that. A lot of refs and officials or whatever, they realize they just pretend like they get everything right instead of admitting that they screw up once in a while. I appreciated that so much. I'm like, you know what? I'm good with that. I mean, I thank you for, sharing that or whatever. And yeah, all good. We're all good. That's what Carnival needs to do. We said we could have fixed this for Carnival. They need to come on. And I'm glad that John came on and said, hey, we're going to look at this and we're going to tweak it and this and that, because that gives me some hope that maybe they'll come on, and they don't need to just come on and say, well, we thought this was good. They need to come on and say, we screwed up so bad. We are so sorry, and we're going to go back, and this is what's going to happen, and this is what's going to happen, and this you have spoken. We love you, we respect you, whatever else like that, and we're going to change this, and we are so sorry that we offended and screwed this up, and that's what they need to do.
And honestly, they absolutely better, because this is one of the worst rollouts I've seen. So they're not going to make.
Cheers!
Cheers! You got
They're not going to make everybody happy. You never will. But I mean,
nobody's happy.
Yeah, even if they don't come out and say, "Hey, we screwed this up," they can come out and say, "Hey, we're going to improve this. We're going to improve that," and they effing need to, because again, the FAQ was garbage. You don't know what earns what when it comes to the credit card. They screwed over Canada and Australia.
Because they can't get the credit card. How many people get the points?
Right.
Do I have to book the cruise? Does he book the cruise? Who gets the points?
If we had 4 kids and I booked it and the whole cruise was worth 10,000 points, is it 2,500 for all 4? Is it 10,000 for me and it screw everybody else? They didn't
think about that.
I mean, I love Carnival, and it was bad. It was bad. But
so I'm going to take everybody back to the year 1995 when I went on my first Carnival cruise. Okay, 30 years ago, it'll be this July. And one of the reasons I remember one of the reasons why I stuck with Carnival, I really liked the loyalty program, because back then we had the party for the loyalty party, and for Red, it wasn't just gold or platinum or diamond. They had a loyalty party for everybody who ever came back on the ship. So you had your drinks, you had your appetizers. It was a big ordeal, and I love that.
That's 30 years ago.
So
that's 30 years ago. The cruising has increased tremendously, and no business can keep that up.
No, right, but what I'm saying is, but in my mind, as a new cruiser, I like the loyalty. That's the whole idea of what I'm trying to get at.
I 100% agree with you. The loyalty aspect of this program is
that's what had me keep coming back.
Let me just say this. So when we first turned platinum, one of the perks was you got a galley tour.
Oh, we love that.
And it wasn't a behind the front. It was just a quick galley tour, but it was great. And I agree that there are too many platinum and diamond, right? We understand that a lot of people are cruising now. They're getting casino offers. We're one of them. I mean, we've been cruising a long time, but we do get the casino offers. They have to thin the herd. I get it, but they should have just added levels instead of doing what they did here. They removed the blue card, so now it's down to 4 levels. There's no differentiation really between platinum and diamond.
It's like two bags of
giving you something else to strive for to make it harder to get to the upper levels. But, not just based on spend, but time on boat. Your days at sea, whatever.
Combine the spend and the time on boat. If you want to do the spend, it's a business. They have to make money. I totally understand that. I am in business, but.
You know what pissed me off is that they put the faster to the fun and the suites up in the captain's lounge, and that should just be for platinum and diamond. That's my feelings.
Yeah, but the problem is platinum and diamond is so large. That's why we thought
they would and all the faster to the funds and throw them downstairs.
Well,
into the basement.
But if they're paying for that, you know what? Put them above diamonds and platinum.
Or put them somewhere else.
I mean, like if they paid extra to be in those places, then let them go first if they want to.
No, they could still go first.
But then, let them go first.
I mean, to me, paying more for a room or something like that doesn't make you better than anybody else.
But if you spent $5,000 on a cabin versus $100. Like, I understand people wanting to feel like that matters. Like, I get it. And that's where the rewards program in my mind comes in. The loyalty, though, is how often do you cruise?
Right.
And how many times?
How many years have you
been there?
Right? So you've been on one cruise a year for the last 30 years, and that's all you can afford.
I love when I go into
somebody with that white card. You stay with me for 30 years. For that one cruise a year, you are a badass. You are up there. You are one of my top loyal customers.
Yeah, they should.
Whether you spend $1 million or not. People go on the cruises. We've been on cruises. We've seen people on the slot machines getting 250,000 points. 250,000 points.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And we're gamblers. We love gambling. We get in the casino. I won't even tell you what our points because it's borderline embarrassing. But they fucked it up.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I don't fault Carnival for trying to find new ways to generate business and make money. That's what businesses are supposed to do. That's good, But at the same point, I don't know how, when you have people that are supposed to be smart, and you're talking about generating money and everything, I don't know how you could have everybody in agreement and pass this. Like, how many people voted like, let's go ahead and tell the diamond cruisers that have cruised with us for 30 years and the platinum cruisers, let's go ahead and tell them that their loyalty matters for only 2 years, or it only matters for 6 years. And then they have to start over and give us more money to keep that status. Who voted for that? Was that Christine Duffy? Was that just the beards of Christine Duffy have no say in it? And then just people over her head told her that that's what she was going to do? Like, I mean, who did that? Like, how could you be that damn stupid? Like a multi-million-dollar corporation, how could you make that decision? Like, put me on. I get paid way less than that. I'll do it for half the price of whatever you paid the moron that rolled this out.
And I'll do everything you want.
Yeah, I mean...
I think when it comes to focus groups, and like I said previously, our company that went bankrupt did focus groups, and they spent tens of $millions on these focus groups, but they basically put an ad in a newspaper and say, hey, we're going to invite you in. We're going to give you $50 and give us your opinion. Well, that's not the people we're talking. They need to send it out to Carnival people Royal Caribbean people, MSC people, Disney people, and say, hey, you've cruised on this line. This is what we're thinking about doing. What do you think? And you're going to get honest feedback. If you get Bob from Cleveland, Ohio, walking around the street going, yo, I can get $50 for going in and talking about something. All right, I'm going in and talking about it. Give me my $50. And he has no idea, so I don't know.
I'm sorry. That's funny. You gotta. If anybody saw the Christmas,
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, Yeah. If anybody's seen that,
that's the beauty, Clark.
Looking for a bonus, and instead he got a Jelly of the Month club. That's good. I like that.
Spot on.
The boss got kidnapped by Eddie,
yep.
and then came back, and he
made it right.
Maybe it'll happen. Maybe this is us, being Eddie right now, and we're gonna fix it. Right?
Maybe this is our Jelly of the Month.
Okay.
The thing is, we don't know who the big boss is.
I want to say something.
So I thought, well, maybe, Carnival Cruise Line is just a small part of Carnival Corporation. And, maybe it's not that big of a deal. So I Googled it. It says Carnival Cruise Line is one of 10 cruise line brands owned by Carnival Corporation, which we know, right? But it's not a percentage of the overall corporation in that way. It's a major operating brand within the larger company. Carnival Cruise Line is the largest brand within the corporation. And in 2021, it held an estimated 7.6 of the cruise industry revenue. 7.6 of the whole cruise industry, and accounted for 18.2% of cruise passengers. So almost 20% of cruise passengers are on Carnival Cruise.
Out of the other brands and out of all the other cruise lines.
Almost 20%. That's huge.
Well, and I think that's why so many people are pissed off, because 20% of all cruises in the world go on Carnival, and they just said their loyalty is not worth crap. Their rewards program, I'll repeat it for like 8,000 times, is great. It's really freaking good. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. I don't get those kind of rewards when I used to travel in a hotel, but their loyalty program sucks ass.
Well, look, hey, real quick, anybody out there, if you could hit that like button, we're about to pass 300 people watching, which would be awesome. So get it over 300, that would be super cool.
Whoa.
So if you could hit that like button, maybe you'll get it out to a few more people.
Goodness.
Texas Cruiser is a Royal guy looking in. It's just not adequate to stay within sight of what Royal.
His Carnival stock, it went up.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Again, I was just going to say again, anybody that came on late here, we got Carnival Cruise Addicts, Cruise Life TV, myself, Coach Cruise. We're always talking cruising. We have different live shows throughout the week. We're put on a ton of cruise content. So if you're not subscribed to any one of us, hit that subscribe and like button for each of us, and we'll be very happy to welcome you to our little cruise family, our growing cruise family. And we appreciate all of you for watching and taking part and entering the comments and all the great stuff that you guys do. We appreciate you 100%.
And we're all clearly passionate in many ways about what's happening. And we honestly, first of all, thank you all for being here. But I would just say, the cruising community is amazing. Like, we all love to cruise, right? At the end of the day, I don't think any one of us cruises because we're trying to get some, a free drink or this and that. Like, we do it because we love it. We love the community, the people we meet, the fun we have. But if you're going to spend your time committed to this relationship, right, where you're like, I'm committed to Carnival or to Royal or to whatever, you want to feel like you're valued. Yeah. And that's the part that's gone away, is there's no valued. We do not feel like we are very important fun people. We're still fun people. We're not the Carnival.
Yeah, I mean, that, to Liz's point, is kind of what pisses us off the most about this whole thing. The rewards prior to this for Platinum, Diamond, they were never impressive. They were not impressive at all.
There were really no rewards.
You get a drink, priority boarding, priority debarkation. When it comes to tenders, you get priority debarkation when it gets off the ship, and they normally screwed that up too. So it wasn't that great. But this program basically screwed it. I wouldn't say screwed the platinum, diamond, or the loyal cruisers, no matter what your level is, but it made you feel way less important unless you spend more money. So I agree with the spend, and this is where I'm having my own mental because reward programs are just that. You are rewarded for spending time, money, whatever, with that brand, whatever brand it is. And you get rewarded for that. Carnival never did that. So and their new program's good. Their loyalty program is what pisses me off. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. No, I just say very simply.
Oh,
we are just numbers and money.
I think Carnival's crew. We talked about the crew and how great they make us feel, and I have so many friends that are Carnival employees, and I truly think of them as friends and stuff like that. They do make you feel like family. Like when you're on here, you do feel like family with a lot of them, and that's what we wanted from Carnival. So yeah, I mean, I see people in the comments saying, "Oh, what are people worried about? This for and that for? Just what?" Well, it's the principle of it. It's like they want to feel like they're important. They want to feel like they matter. And Carnival rolling this out, saying, "You know what? You don't matter. You're a number and you're money." That's what it seems like. You're a dollar sign. That's what you are. And we're a business, and we're trying to collect the dollars, and we don't care about the person behind them. And that's what this seemed like. And that's what is so upsetting. That's why people are furious.
Yeah. Yeah. Amen.
Everything else could say the same. They just need to fix that. You said it well, Coach.
Yep.
Yeah. Well said. Absolutely. It's about. I mean, obviously we're Carnival people, but no matter what cruise line you're loyal to, this is a kick in the face. Oh, you got 2 years to maintain your platinum status, and if you don't, screw you. Boy, I've been cruising you for 30 effing years. Yeah. I just reached platinum status because of my situation, and now it's F you. So Carnival, if you're watching this, fix it.
I don't think they're watching.
Oh, they got people everywhere, but I don't know if they're watching this one, but it sucks.
Yeah, and the thing is,
they can fix it. They can keep our statuses and rename the rewards instead of
and no more status levels from now on. No, they could. No, we can have the status. Keep the status.
All of their status.
Keep the status of like how many nights you cruise. Give us that. We're gonna keep the card. Like keep us the blue, the red, the white, the gold. Keep that. So we have our status. Maybe give us throw us a little bag of laundry, throw us one drink, throw us a bottle of water, whatever. But then keep our status. But then have your rewards, but then rename your rewards, because you can't do that diamond. You can't do that same crap with the rewards. No, that needs to be different. Don't be doing that. Rename those.
Michelle's pissed.
Well, I'm passionate is what I am.
I mean, I was a IHG member, which I didn't know before I started traveling. But again, the rewards are nothing, but it was really cool to check into the hotel on a business trip away from this beautiful lady for 4 days. And they're like, "Oh, Chris, you're a platinum member. Thanks for coming in. Here's your bottle of water." That's what was the bottle of water. But it was cool to say, and you have a little board in the background that says, "Oh, look, here's Kovaleski. He's on the platinum, whatever it was. I forget what the hell it was."
Be recognized.
It was cool. It was nice to be recognized.
I can relate to that. So have you ever called Amazon customer service?
This guy has.
Amazon customer service. The first thing they say is, oh, thank you for being a member since blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, that makes me feel good, but I didn't get anything, but she said it and I felt good,
Yeah. Yeah. Cause they're recognizing, you for, what you've meant to them as small as, and that's an example of something that cost them nothing. That cost them nothing.
Right.
But at the same point, it made you feel better. And that's where the principle of this whole loyalty comes in, is making your loyal cruiser feel important. Make them feel important. And you don't have to spend a bunch of money to do that.
No.
I think American Express actually prints it on your credit card too. Member since 1998 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, shit, my Costco card says that. Member since X. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
they need to know.
I don't get shit for being a member of Costco for 20, 30 years. You get nothing. You get the standard Costco rewards that everybody gets, whether they signed up yesterday or 30 years ago. You know what I mean? But it's the little things, honestly.
Yeah.
So, that's why I hope.
Same with the AAA card, same with your AARP card.
Absolutely.
But I mean, like, that's the thing. They could have made little tiny tweaks for recognition to make you feel special, and that's what's missing.
Yep.
That's what's missing.
They went with focus groups with a bunch of twats that were sitting there saying, well, you know what, Billy? I want to be recognized for this. Screw you. They didn't listen to this guy. They didn't listen to Michelle. They didn't listen to Greg. Didn't listen to us. They didn't listen to the people. They focused on their paid focus groups and crap like that. So,
well, see, Chris, then that's what made them innovators, because they've now been an innovator for all the other cruise lines of what not to do. Because no other cruise line is going to be as stupid as Carnival was on that.
And all the other cruise lines are going to get a swarm of business coming in.
Probably.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering who's getting fired right now in Carnival for.
Oh my God!
How bad
but see, that's the effed up part, is nobody in Carnival is getting fired, because they said, and I literally, my company that I used to work for, $1 billion company, got bankrupted in 3.5 years because they're like, well, that's what the focus group said. You're a-holes. So hopefully Carnival is like, oh shit, there's a storm coming. We're going to correct this. We're going to put out the stabilizers on that ship for old people. You know what that means. The stabilizers are actually wings that stabilize the ship. And we're going to get through this. And I hope they do that. I really hope they do that. John's message today was very poignant. He stopped his comments halfway through the day and saying, I'm not answering the same questions. And he said quite explicitly, tomorrow you ask me a question about this loyalty program, I will ignore it. I am going to go back to my Carnival cruisers and the people that love us. I'm going to answer their questions. I'm going to help our family. So give it some time. I don't know what it is, but I'm curious to see.
Here's something that I've found that Carnival, and again, this is night and day, apples, oranges, whatever. But remember when they took the damn cheesecake off the menu at the steakhouse?
Yes.
How upsetting that was to people. And how fast did that cheesecake get put back on the menu? Right?
Yeah.
How fast did that cheesecake get put back on the menu? This is their cheesecake moment right here. This is their cheesecake moment.
It's cheesecake.
They need to get it back.
I think they actually brought back a strawberry something at the main dining room too. Like a strawberry.
They listen. I think they realized, and I don't know how they effed it up this bad. I'll be honest with you. Well, I think they realized that they effed it up, and there's tweaks that need to be had. Again, nobody's going to be happy, but I hope they make some tweaks. The FAQs were horrible. We don't know who gets what when it comes to points. Is it her? Is it me? If Greg, you, I don't know. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to be ironed out.
A lot of open questions, a lot of items, and I have a feeling it's gonna morph and change. They're gonna hear all the feedback. But by the way, I love
give it some time. Give it time. Just take
it. I think they said, John said today, we rolled it out a year in advance so we can fix it. My argument is, why the hell did you roll it out in the first goddamn place?
Say fix it.
Yeah, a year ago.
But we gotta go. We love you
Yeah,
guys.
Brad, we gotta take off.
Coach, enjoy your cruise on the Venezia.
Drinks to
Freaking Venezia. Get off this live. Go do something and have this damn fun.
And just again, there's 78 people out there that are watching. Thank you all so much. Go check out Carnival Cruise Addicts. Go check out Cruise Life TV. Sub all of us. We'd love to have you join our cruise communities. Appreciate you being here. And
you got any lives for you for the rest of the cruise?
I'm gonna go live again on Tuesday. Unless Carnival gives me a reason to go live again, and maybe we can do this again.
You need to do a random pop-up live. You go,
Brad, enjoy your cruise. Have a great time. Have a drink on us. We'll send you a super chat or something later on.
Coach, are you doing a bar crawl? Coach, you doing bar crawl?
I did the bar crawl today. I did the bar crawl today.
Another one.
You got some video?
Do some lives on the boat. Do some lives. Because me personally, if you're going to do a live, I want to see nothing but water and blue water.
Yeah,
maybe we can work that out. We love you.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. All right, thanks everybody for joining. Hit that like button on the way out if you haven't already hit it. We'll see y'all later. Happy
Hit the button. Hit the button.